Come on. Yes, good start. No lift.
Oh, that surprised me.
3 red cards.
Hindering him. That was very deep.
No.
I don't know.
What's up, guys? I have a lot of things to talk about, so I'm going to get straight to it here. Obviously, the first order of business is addressing my squat depth. And what you'll see here is I'm actually forcing my knees out more and flaring my feet out. And this is so I can keep a fairly upright torso while I do bury IPF depth, but I'm also trying not to turn it into a complete Olympic style squat. And this, of course, also works very well for me for my low bar position, as I can control it into the hole and not be too far pitched forward. And this contradicts an older video I had where I talked about trying to point your feet a little more forward when you have a wider stance. I think you should just go with what's natural when it comes to a small detail like that. And to me, this is natural, and I'll include a link in the description on that old video to this one with the correction. Now, also something I want to talk about is the IPF judging. And I want to make it very clear that I included that to show why I'm always making sure my depth is on point. And I also want to make it very clear that the IPF is not perfect and that judges are always going to have human error because there's no instant replay allowed within powerlifting. So there's no surprise that not every call is going to be 100% accurate. And I also want to make it a point that personally, I do believe the IPF is a little too strict on depth for raw lifting at least. I've noticed for single ply lifting, they're a little bit more lenient. It looks like they're just trying to be as accurate as possible. Whereas with raw lifting on the squats, it seems more like they're trying to make it a point to never allow a shallow squat ever pass through. But that's something that I think we can change within the IPF rather than having to bash the whole federation. Now, as far as this workout, it went very well. Besides the squats, obviously, it showed that there's a huge difference when you do hit depth versus when you're cutting it high. But when it comes to the benching and deadlifting later on, this went very well. Body weight wise, I weigh around 187 pounds in the morning. So now I'm going to start to lose a couple pounds. I'm stopping bulking, and I was eating a Sonic Blast every single day, which has over 1,200 calories. For a month, I was doing that. So it's no wonder that I was finally able to put on the weight, and now it's time to dial it down to around 185. I'm going to do some cardio, and then from there I'll be fine to just make sure I'm under 183 the week of the Arnold. And I'm also shifting gears in the sense that I'm going to get SBD wrist wraps for bench pressing, and then I'm also going to buy chalk and new belts from AndersonPowerlifting.com, and I'll include a link in the description to that. And I just don't like my lever belt. I strongly prefer a single prong, so that's why I'm just training beltless until then. So you see here, I tried to deadlift a little bit without chalk, but at the end of the day, I just had to go home, get chalk, and I don't even like using straps anymore. I'd rather just get some chalk, which I had just a little bit left over at my house. So I came back to the gym literally only to deadlift, and this is the most focused and emotionally amped up I've been for a single set in a long time.
guys. See ya.
I just wanna bring it home and give it all back. Cause giving all that what's been given to me, a successful rapper, I might as well hit the lottery.
Man, fuck a shooting star. Biggie died, they shot a star. Who you know in West LA? Bring that ruckus to MAG.